Hi, this is me, and this is me at pho 37. Today I'm going to recreate my favorite pho at home.
And the first step is to heat up a pot of water with our beef bone and boil it for like a few minutes. And it's important that we put in our beef bone while the water is still cold. While the beef bone is boiling, we're gonna cut our onion and ginger into chocolate on a stovetop. And so after our beef is done boiling for a few minutes, and then we have rinsed it on the cold water for a few minutes as well. Just make sure that once you rinse it, the water comes out clear. We're gonna get a clean pot and then add in our beef. Also our onion and ginger into the same pot. And here's our spices for pho today. All the details will be in the description box. And I'm just gonna put it on a dry pan, let it like heat up for a few minutes or until I can smell all the spices. And while we're heating up the spices, we're just gonna add in some water into the pot. I will say until the water level is over all of the ingredients. And once all the spice is nice and toasty, it's gonna be looking like this. You can put it in like a spice bag or like a cheese bag, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna leave it like this and then add it into the pot. And we're gonna turn on the heat to high and just kind of let it boil. So once we put everything in the pot, I'm gonna add in some sugar. Usually it calls for rock sugar, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna use white sugar instead. And with this amount of water, maybe that will take about 1.5 tablespoons. So I'm just gonna let it sit and start boiling for about 30 minutes. So after we let the soup simmering for about 30 minutes, this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna like stir it a little bit and let it simmer for another 30 minutes. So we just hit the 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna check our broth. And when it's at the 1 hour mark, we're gonna take out all of the spice. After we take out all of the spice, we're gonna cover it up with the lid and let it simmer for another hour. So once the broth hit the 2 hours mark, and we're gonna boil another pot of water and then to cook our noodles. And in the meantime, we're gonna prepare our cilantro, green onion, and some Thai basil for our garnishing plate. And now we're gonna season the broth with some salt and fish sauce. And just kind of taste test along the way to get to your desired saltiness. Well, we're gonna cook the noodle according to the package instruction. Because I don't like raw bean sprouts, so I'm just gonna also use the same pot of water to cook my bean sprout for about like maybe 10-20 seconds. And now we're gonna assemble our bowl of pho with some cilantro on top, and then some green onion, and then some beef, and also our Thai basil. So it will look something like this, and then we're just gonna pour the broth on top, and it'll be ready. And there you have it, homemade pho. Let's take a look. And of course, we cannot forget some lime juice on top. So let me just squeeze in some lime juice. And now let's do a taste test. So let's try the broth first. So I wanted to recreate the pho from my favorite Vietnamese restaurant, but after drinking the broth, I'm like, it's very different, but it is still a good bowl of pho. Like the broth is like very rich, and I leave the spice until the 1 hour mark, but next time I think I would just take it out at maybe like 30 minutes or 45 minutes mark, because right now we have a lot of flavor from the spice. But so if you're someone that doesn't like spice or that strong of a flavor, take it out even earlier. But let's assemble a perfect bite. So some noodle, and then a small piece of beef, and then some Thai basil on top, and then a little bit of the broth. I think in terms of how similar it is to the restaurant that I was trying to recreate, maybe it's only like 40 or 50%, but in terms of like my first time making pho at home, it is like a pretty success, and the process is even easier than what I expected. So if you want to try this at home, all the details are down in the description box. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.